Going to walk through some of our combat stuff. And there we go. Yes, I listen to Frank Sinatra when I do my development. Classical music's a little boring, and Frank Sinatra is the man. So, haters gonna hate. Today we're gonna go over combat, and I'll show you guys some of the stuff that I fixed from the previous builds. We're going to show off three different types of attacks. One is an instant kind of area of effect, and one is like what you would normally expect in like an RTS, which is just single target damage. The other are ranged projectiles, and as soon as Unity fixes whatever it's doing here, we will be ready to go. Alright. So in the last video, I think I was talking a little bit about a bug where if you select a unit and you try to target another unit, he doesn't really know what he's doing. So we fixed that bug. Now when you target a unit, they know exactly what to do, and they'll go right for it. And if this guy was set to run, he would be chased all the way across the screen. So we'll tell this guy to attack him too. So there you see our first two types of attacks. There's this guy who's a direct attack, and you can see he took a bit of damage there. He was actually fighting another warrior, which is what he is. So they would have come close to killing each other, but because he attacked first, he would have won with just a sliver of health. And here we have a sweet little flamethrower guy. So you can see his little bits and pieces kind of running around there and kicking ass, taking names. This guy right here is an archer. So what you'll see is, we'll set these guys to attack so that when he shoots, this guy comes running over. Oh, nope, he's an archer too. So you see they're just shooting back and forth at each other. So to cut this short, I'm going to send these guys over here to kill him. Oh, that didn't work. Retreat. I don't want to attack everybody yet. Yeah, archers have a little bit farther visual range than most people. So these guys, that archer wasn't in the attack range and possibly not even in their visual range. So they didn't move in to attack him. What I'm going to show here is when you put a unit in attack stance and you just pick them to move someplace, they kind of just move around and try to kick everything's ass along the way. So here you see that this guy's a warrior, and that guy picked him up. He's like, oh, I'm going to take care of you. And these guys just kept moving to their destination while attacking as they were moving, and taking things out as they go. So it's kind of like in most RTSs, you hit A and select a point. If a unit's in an attack stance, then that's how they will react to things around them. And then we have the guard stance and the evade stance. So the point of this is so that when you're playing on a touchpad, you don't have a full keyboard. So we had to kind of simplify the more advanced commands in an RTS. Our way of doing that is having stances for different units. The stances will also grant bonuses to like the actual stats, and the biggest bonus is always going to be towards attacking, so because we want to encourage players to be on the offensive. So that's kind of how we went about doing that. So give you another sample. We'll just try to get these guys to go over here. They're all in attack mode now, so some of them will run into units and see them and just start attacking as they go. All of them will gang up on this guy, make short work of him. They're shooting each other, and then they line up to the positions you told them to, sticking to the formation that they originally established. So if you have 8 guys selected and you select move and one of them runs way up here or something, then after he kills whatever's in his way, he'll eventually meet back up with everybody down here. And if you don't want that kind of behavior, you'll have to select guard, and then they'll actually behave like a normal moving unit in an RTS. So we'll make sure they're on guard, and if we select them to move over here, that's exactly what they'll do. They'll just kind of move around the enemy and eventually reach their destination. And once they get there, they just kind of form up and do do what they want. That's it. So that's our combat. We have single target, ranged attacks, and I didn't point this out. One thing kind of interesting about our ranged attacks, it's not just a matter of, hey, this guy's shot and it hits somebody. What we're doing is actual, like it has to hit the target. So if this guy's shooting, what you'll see is the arrow flies up and hits the actual target. Otherwise, if it misses and lands behind him as he's moving, then it's going to be a miss. And that kind of comes into play when we have straight attacks and arced attacks. So what we have here is an archer who has an arced attack. So he can actually shoot over friendly targets and they won't get in the way. But if he had a straight attack, then what would happen is he would literally shoot into the back of his ally and it would not damage the enemy. We're still kind of up in the air about whether we want it to be like have friendly fire, but we'll sort that out during playtesting. That's it. This has probably gone on way too long, so I'll stop it here. Thanks for watching, guys.